Hello, everybody. I'm Rikki Smith. This is Faith on Friday Presents. At Faith on Friday Presents, we're all about highlighting inspiring people, engaging topics, and small businesses that need to be highlighted. And don't forget, while you're here, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. So much fun stuff going on over there. All right, everybody, check this out. You've heard it said, we need to have one. We need to get it updated. We need to keep it all together. We have to make sure to have all the keywords in there. What are we talking about? And do we really need it? Y'all, we are talking about LinkedIn. I know that platform. A lot of us have LinkedIn profiles, don't know if they're good or right or wrong. Should we dump it? Do we need a different one? Have I got a treat for you? I'm going to introduce you to somebody who's not only a LinkedIn expert, but who's willing to share all the tea. Y'all, please say hello to Mary Fain Brandt. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Hi, Rikki. Thank you so much for that introduction. I love that. I'm excited to be talking and dropping all the tea on LinkedIn.
We are going to spill all the tea on LinkedIn because we need to know this. Mary, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're located.
Well, I am originally from sunny San Diego, and I am now in Sun City in Arizona, right outside of Phoenix.
Okay.
I live here with my husband and my two cats. One of the cats' name is Frank Sinatra because of his beautiful blue eyes.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
So cute. And I started as a career coach because I was going through a career transition. And what I realized is that I needed LinkedIn. And then as I was growing my business, I was like, here's this wonderful platform that I can use for free and advertise my business, increase my visibility and credibility. So I dove all into the world of LinkedIn and became a LinkedIn expert, strategist, and speaker.
Woo! There is so much to unpack in that. Now, here's my thing. You said the Sun City. So I live in El Paso, Texas. Guess what we're called? The Sun City. So y'all, she's not in El Paso. She's in Arizona. Just so you know.
I'm in Arizona.
Yes. And then you said one cat is named Frank Sinatra because of the blue eyes. What's your other cat's name?
The other cat's name is Brittany, and we adopted her. She had been adopted, and her name was Brittany, so I didn't want to traumatize her. We were going to name her Grace, Grace and Frankie, the show.
Yeah.
But so her name is Brittany Grace. My cats always have to have two names because of my niece. When I adopted my first cat, my niece Maddie was like 3 and she came for her first weekend visit without the parents.
Yeah.
And I had just gotten Charlotte. And she goes, well, Auntie Mary, what is Charlotte's middle name? And I was like, Grace, because Madeline's name is Madeline Grace. So I said, well, her name is Charlotte Grace. Charlotte was named after Charlotte on Sex and the City.
Okay, not Charlotte's Web. Okay, sure. Why not? Web. So much going on over there.
So much.
So we are talking LinkedIn, girl, because we've all heard it said, you got to have a LinkedIn profile. Keep your LinkedIn profile up to date. Make sure you have your hashtag, blah, blah, blah. Mary, what the crap? What is the deal with LinkedIn? Is it still relatable? Is it still something we need to have?
Absolutely. And when you started to introduce LinkedIn in the introduction, you're like, oh, that platform, LinkedIn. And you know what? I'm going to be really authentic with you guys. I felt that way when I started. I used to call LinkedIn the ugly duckling of the social media platforms. It was clunky. It wasn't user-friendly. But guess what? It's grown into a beautiful swan full of new features and functionality. And every platform has its purpose. First, you need to know where your audience is. The demographics, where are they hanging out? But the one platform that I believe everybody in the world needs to be on is LinkedIn. And it's not because that's what I do, because LinkedIn is where you build your professional network. And we all need to have a professional network, whether you're a career professional or a business owner. LinkedIn is where you grow your professional network. Instagram has its place. Facebook has its place. TikTok has its place. But LinkedIn is your professional network.
Wow. You know, you talk about your professional network. You have people who say, I'm on LinkedIn. I haven't gotten anything from it. But then you have people who are on LinkedIn and they have 50,000 followers. They say they get all their top clients from LinkedIn. So what is the difference between their profile and the person who says, I have 6 people on my LinkedIn thing? What's the difference with the profiles? How important is that?
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about that number. So the
Mhm.
vanity, right? Instagram, I feel,
like
is a
it.
vanity platform. Oh,
Mhm.
more followers. So I don't think you have to. I have like 13,000 followers or connections, right? But I
Mary,
build that. But you don't have, here's my point. You don't have to have that many to
okay.
do business on there. So I don't want people to be afraid, like, well, I don't have 10,000 followers. I'm not going to get
Right.
anything from LinkedIn. You need to
Mhm.
have the right audience, the right, I
Mhm.
always say, build a strong and strategic network, one that serves you now and in the future. Because if 2020 taught us one thing, it's to
Mhm.
be ready to access our
Woo.
networks in different ways
So
if you
true.
can't access them face to face.
Yeah.
Networking events, business meetings. I had everyone hitting me up during 2020, like, I need my
Mhm.
network. I need to build it. I'm like, well, you should have been building it 3 years ago.
Woo, that right
I
there.
can't build you a network overnight. So the one thing is, start building your networks now. You
Mhm.
don't need 50,000. You need the right people in your network. There is a
Mhm.
difference between connections and followers. I've kind of changed my mindset on that.
Mhm.
So
Oh, you must be on a Mac.
I am. I'll keep my hands down. So connections on LinkedIn are someone that you want to have a conversation with.
Right.
And followers are people that you're just getting to know. You don't invite everybody in. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
That's good
I
enough right there. Because, I've seen people, they have followers and then they have the connections. And I didn't know the difference. I literally thought a follower was a connection. And you're
They
telling me
can
they're not.
be. Well, people can just follow you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're
Mm-hmm.
connected with someone, then you can DM them. That's the
Okay.
difference. Okay. That's
Oh,
one of the differences.
okay.
But, let's go back to the profile, like why some people are getting more engagement or not. Well, how are you positioned on LinkedIn, right? Are you generic? So my tagline is, I take you
Wow.
from boring to badass. And hopefully I
Okay.
don't offend anyone with
And
that.
they'll be
But
fine.
they'll be fine. The
Yeah.
thing is, there's enough boring people on LinkedIn. And I can honestly say I did everything wrong at the beginning. I was so professional and in a box. But this
Right.
is 2024 and things have shifted. We
Mm-hmm.
are more about humans, right? Being
Right.
authentic. So you can be a professional, you
Right.
can be an expert, but you still need to show your personality, because at the end
Mm.
of the day, people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
You
We
got it.
all know that. So if
Yeah.
all you show is this little corporate box of who you are, how
Mm-hmm.
can someone really get to know you? So do
Wow.
a profile makeover or revamp.
Mm-hmm.
I That's what I love to do with my clients, is draw
Right.
out the stories
Mm-hmm.
and kind of infuse their personality onto their profiles in the right place.
And see,
In
and
the right
that's,
place.
I think, where a lot of people get stuck and lost. What is the right place? Because, it starts to me with your profile picture. Because
Oh,
people will hit me
absolutely.
up all the time and they want to connect. And there are still people on LinkedIn that don't have a profile picture. If you are trying to hit me up on LinkedIn without a picture, trust me, I am not going to accept it. How important is that picture and what should it look like?
Well, it should be warm, welcoming, and friendly. You should be smiling. And I just want to say, the statistic is, if you have a profile photo, your chances of someone connecting with you or
Mhm.
accepting your connection request is 53% higher than those that don't. I will not connect with you if you don't have a profile photo. And
Yep.
one thing, when I'm working with clients, sometimes they have the profile photo up,
Mhm.
but in the settings, they have it marked to only connections. So
Oh.
sometimes it's a
Mhm.
setting issue that you didn't even know that you turned on.
Oh
Okay.
my
So when
goodness.
I work with someone, we go through everything, like top
Mhm.
to bottom, left to right. So have a great photo, and it doesn't have to be button up corporate suit, tie, jacket. Uh,
Right.
it should be who you are. I
Mhm.
think mine right now is very casual and funny. I think I have a microphone in my hand. I was
Mhm.
at a chamber event and the photographer is like, wait, do that again. So I'm like, this. And I was like, it's just kind of fun. So have some fun with it and change it. It
Yeah.
is, we call it above the fold. You have
Mhm.
6 seconds to capture someone's attention: your background banner, your
Right.
headline, and your photo. Make sure that those are
Wow.
on point, because if those aren't good, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Swipe,
Swipe,
swipe.
swipe, swipe. Yeah. You said the banner. So that's that big part behind your picture and all the things. What kind
Your
of
billboard.
information? Yeah, your billboard. What kind of information should be on that, Mary?
Well, there's different ways to go about your banner, but it should be custom to you and your profession or your business.
Mm-hmm.
And for a business owner, is there a statistic or a quote that resonates with you that supports the work that you do?
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
let's say you're a fractional human resource manager.
Okay.
So maybe you want to put a quote up there that talks about how important culture is to retain top talent.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what message are you trying to convey, and what is going to pique someone's interest so they will continue to read? Mine
Yeah.
simply has connect, cultivate, convert, my 3C method, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about connecting, and connect, cultivate, convert. Convert does not mean into clients, it means into opportunities.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, so that background banner needs to be custom.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be the generic ones that LinkedIn has. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can select from their six, but that's not on brand for you. It should also be on brand.
That
So
right there.
what are your brand colors, fonts, style?
Yeah.
Mine is very people oriented. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
connector, bright, bold, on brand, my navy blue and yellow colors, and this
Mm-hmm.
color. We are so on brand right
I
now
see
today.
that.
But so it needs to be custom. You need
Mm-hmm.
to either design it, and if you're not a designer, hire someone to do it for you. It's an
Yeah.
investment. Your LinkedIn is your digital business card, you guys.
Oh, I
When
love that.
people, yeah, when you meet someone,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's online or in person, it takes 12 touches for someone to do
12.
business with you. 12.
12 touches.
LinkedIn can be like 5 of those, because you can have your
Mm-hmm.
website, your Facebook group, they can see your profile, they can go to your company page, they can go to your
Right.
feature. There's all these touch points. So don't you
Mm-hmm.
want to spend a little time and kind of polish that up and make sure
Right.
you're positioned to what you're doing today? I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to share a secret, you guys.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was like mechanic driving the worst car. If you know what that means that my profile was outdated, because all I did was work on
Other
profiles for
people's
everyone
profiles.
else.
Yeah. And I
So
think a
I
lot of
just,
us do that.
oh my gosh. So take some time. You should be updating your profile once a year. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to update it from the, top to bottom, left to
Mm-hmm.
right, but
Right.
you should review it. Are you getting recommendations? Have you any new certifications or
Mm-hmm.
courses? Do you have a new product that you're offering?
Wow.
Um, yeah, because we change and evolve as business owners.
Yeah. That is
And
Mary,
yeah.
there's just so much stuff in here. And then because LinkedIn is growing, is changing. We talked earlier about a couple of the new changes. One of them is the audio. What is it called?
Oh, audio events. They've actually been around for a couple of years, but I'm
I
so
had
surprised that people still don't know about them. I was one of the early beta testers,
no idea.
and they're
Wow.
still going strong. There's LinkedIn Live, and I feel like LinkedIn Lives have kind of dropped.
Mm-hmm.
But the audio events are still up there. There's just so much that keeps changing. I mean,
Yeah.
the mobile app has got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of great new updates. So I
Oh
love
my
using that. Here, I'm going to share a big tip with you guys. If nothing
God.
else, you connect with someone,
Mm-hmm.
you send a connection request, right? They accept it. You're like, I want to get in front of this person. I want
Mm-hmm.
you to take out your phone when they accept your connection request. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to open up the app, and I want you to either record a video and say, hey, Rikki, thanks so much for connecting with me. I can't wait to jump on a call and learn more about you and your services and see how we
Wow.
might partner up.
It sounds so simple, and I've never thought of that. I would have never
Be-
thought.
why do we do that? In the world of AI and robots, and a side note, I'm a certified AI consultant. I love AI, but human first, is that we can show that we are human, and we can
Yeah.
be more relatable by doing simple things like voice note or a video welcoming them
Mm-hmm.
into our community. And it
Oh
doesn't
my
mean that we do
gosh.
that with every single one, but
Right.
I do that a lot. And even if someone
Oh
comments,
my
sometimes
gosh.
a strategic partner, I'll be like, hey, Anne, thanks so much for commenting on my post. I really appreciate you. What can I do for you today?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Mary, that part for me was the price of admission. I
Yeah.
could leave right now and do better. Let me ask you, because people look at LinkedIn as a way to build their business, to find clients, What is important when you're looking to find clients on LinkedIn? And how do you go about doing that?
So you need to know your target audience. So what are their titles, and are you pushing out content that's relevant to them? Are you
Mm-hmm.
connecting with the right people? Because I think a lot of people just connect and then put content out,
Yeah,
and then they're like, okay, someone will come. And that does happen. It does happen. People
right.
do follow you. There's a lot, I call it LinkedIn lurkers. They just sit and they watch you for a long time. But are you reaching out to those people that are commenting, or even,
Wow.
liking your content? Or when
Mm-hmm.
someone views your profile, when you can see who's viewed,
Mm-hmm.
you can have a DM that is all set up that says, hey, I saw you viewed my profile. Is there anything I can help you with? It's soft. It's
Awesome.
not spam. It's not
Sure.
sales. Is
Mm-hmm.
there anything I can help you with? Oh, I was looking, I saw that you talked about AI. I was
Mm-hmm.
wondering what that would look like.
Oh my gosh. So, for those of us that are speakers, authors, trainers, and coaches, how has LinkedIn helped in those arenas? Because I'm a corporate trainer. That's literally what I do by trade. And it seems like there are 888 million corporate
Yeah.
trainers on LinkedIn.
So what's your secret sauce, and what
Mm-hmm.
differentiates you? So I was approached on LinkedIn from someone that I do not know. We have no mutual connections. We were not introduced. She works for a very large hotel. I can't
Mm-hmm.
say the name. And she wanted me to submit. She liked my content,
Mm-hmm.
my vibe, and they were looking for a LinkedIn trainer. And I submitted the proposal and everything. And long story short, they hired me for a 2-day conference in Vegas in the fall.
Wow. So it does happen.
Oh yeah. And that's not that was just recently. It does
Mm-hmm.
happen. I also use my featured section to
Mm-hmm.
highlight, you got to share where are you speaking.
That's true.
Are you telling people who you are and the great stuff that you're doing? Like,
Mm-hmm.
are you being
Wow.
consistent?
Yeah, that right there is for me is the consistency. Because a lot of
Mhm.
times, on all these platforms, you're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 all the things. Unless it's your job just to be on there 24/7,
It's
that is
hard.
a lot of posting. But I know
Mhm.
that you can schedule posts on
Yep.
LinkedIn.
I
Tell us
just
about
scheduled
that.
my so I just scheduled my newsletter for tomorrow morning at
Hmm.
7:21.
Yeah,
So you can schedule your posts. I have a scheduling tool, and I feel like if you're a business owner, you've got to invest in certain tools for your
yeah,
business. So
that's
what
true.
is your tech stack or tech deck, whatever you're calling it these
Hmm.
days? What tools are you using? I have two scheduling tools, one that I use for clients and one I use for myself.
Hmm.
uh, so they don't get mixed up.
Sure.
So I do have a scheduling tool, but for my LinkedIn newsletter, I schedule that natively on
Hmm.
LinkedIn. And if you're
Hmm.
just starting out, you can use the LinkedIn native scheduler, and you can go
Right.
back in, and see, oh no, I don't want to schedule that. Maybe there's a conflict on that day. I find
Hmm.
having a scheduling tool is easier because I can see all my platforms,
Yeah.
except the LinkedIn newsletter is on LinkedIn,
Hmm.
so that
Yeah.
gets scheduled. But yeah, schedule content out. A lot of people are like, oh no, I can't do that, Mary, because it hurts. The algorithm doesn't like it. Well,
The algorithms. Ugh.
but you know what? That's really not true. It was in the past, but
Really?
there's been studies. It
Hmm.
doesn't hurt you that much. What
Hmm.
hurts you is when you're not consistent, when you're not commenting on other people's posts. If
Hmm.
all you're doing, okay, if people are not getting any engagement, traction, or clients, if all you're
Right.
doing is
Hmm.
pushing out boring content,
Ugh.
stagnant stock photo, boring content, and that's
Hmm.
all you're doing, and maybe accepting connection requests, but you're
Hmm.
not engaging, then you're missing out what LinkedIn is about. It's about connecting with amazing people, having
Yeah.
conversations, and then taking those conversations off of LinkedIn
Hmm.
and collaborating or becoming
Yeah.
strategic partners or referral partners. I,
Hmm.
I mean,
I love
I've been
that.
on amazing live shows and podcasts in,
Hmm.
the UK, Australia. It,
Yeah.
the
They will
possibilities
find
are
you.
limitless.
Yeah, when you put your stuff out there, people who are looking for you or what you do, they will find you? I mean,
If you're positioned
if you're
right,
positioned right.
if you're
Yeah.
publishing content that's relevant to what you do and what they need, just like this
Yeah.
hotel. And I had the firm here. It's a special networking group. They found me on the owner of that
Mhm.
group found me.
That
And
is awesome.
that led to another speaking gig in front of a luxury real estate group with
Hmm.
50 people. I thought it was going to be like 10, 50
Right.
people, which then led to another speaking gig that was a
Yeah.
paid speaking gig, which then led to 2 LinkedIn profile revamps. That was all this year.
My gosh. So, Mary, there's so much we need to talk about, but I want to ask you about this before we move on. Talk to me about AI and LinkedIn because you are a certified AI trainer, lover, keeper of the flame. What is going on with AI? Is
Oh my
AI coming
gosh.
for my job, Mary?
Okay, so AI is not coming for our jobs. AI is a productivity tool, you guys. It's here to help us be more efficient, take back our time, and do the mundane tasks that we don't like to
Mhm.
do. So, right now, who that is listening to this podcast that loves to spend hours creating a presentation or a deck?
Oh
Anybody?
my
Yeah, I
gosh.
don't see anybody saying yes or raising their hands.
Right.
So, my AI talks, I'm actually using a tool to create my talks. It's my content, but it
Hmm.
organizes it and it takes 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my.
5 minutes to make a 25 slide deck.
Yeah, you and I are totally having a conversation because there's so much in that I need to know.
You can create a whole army of AI assistants for all of your needs. So, marketing,
Mhm.
proposals, SOPs. I'm helping a videographer set up their SOPs and their email funnel. He doesn't have an email funnel yet. So, we're creating
Right.
this whole for his clients. He's got these
Hmm.
clients coming in. I'm like, where's the email funnel? Where's the reminder, the thank you? Hey, do you have a
Yeah.
referral? He's like, I don't have that. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're setting up your AI marketing assistant and AI email assistant.
Wow.
So
How
they get,
expensive, Mary? Because AI, you have the free versions, you have the less
Mhm.
expensive versions, and then you have the iRobot slash in-home assistant version. How expensive is AI going to become, or is it now? Can everybody really afford AI?
Everybody can afford AI now.
Hmm.
ChatGPT just made an update. Uh, we're recording this on a Wednesday. They just
Hmm.
came out with their new 4.0 version, which is
Really?
more, yeah. So it's in my newsletter,
Hmm.
uh, all about it, links to everything. But I pay for ChatGPT and it's
Hmm.
$20 a month. If
Hmm.
you're a business owner, this is a cost of doing business. Now,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that I don't pay for other AI tools, but what
Hmm.
I want people to take away is you don't need 20. You probably need 5 to 10 AI tools in your business,
Really?
depending on what you do. So
Mm.
I help
Okay.
you, right?
Hmm.
When someone works with me, we go through what your business is, what are the tasks that you hate, what are the
Hmm.
tasks that you have to do regardless, what tools can make that less complicated, and what
Hmm.
tools can take things away from you or save you time. So video
Wow.
tools and recording tools,
Hmm.
editing tools, copywriting tools. There's so many, but I've created a
Yeah.
list and pretty much I can figure out with you what you
Hmm.
need, what you don't need, because I don't want everyone to run
Yeah.
out and buy everything. And
Sure.
here's my AI tip. Curious about a tool? Great. Sign up for that free 2 week trial and then use it, or sign up for 1 month. I just did
Hmm.
this. Use it for a month, but go in right after you sign up and cancel it.
Oh.
Sign up, go in and cancel it so you won't get billed the next month.
Oh, okay.
So you're paying 1 month and
Hmm.
you use it during that month to see, will I really use it?
Okay. That's good. That is a great tip. Oh my
Not just a
gosh.
hat rack.
I know it. Not just another pretty face. Mary, if someone needed to get in touch with you, continue this conversation, or want to work with you, where is the best place for them to find you?
Obviously, LinkedIn. You can DM me there, or you can go to my website. I have a contact form there, so you can send that to me. It'll be dropped in my email, and I will get back to you, and we can schedule a time. I do provide consultations because I want to make sure I'm the right fit for you and that I can actually serve you. If I'm not the right fit, I will not take you on as a client just to take your money. I will
Mm,
refer you to someone else or say, maybe you're not ready for this yet.
yeah. Wow. She just said she's not going to just take your money. Imagine that as a business strategy. Anyway, you all, I don't worry. If you did not get Mary's contact information, everything is going to be in the description below. And don't forget, make sure to like our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. Mary, my friend, before I let you go, we have to play a game.
Okay. Am I
All
going to
right.
need more coffee?
Go ahead, girl, get the coffee. But here's the thing, Mary, you are actually the very first person to play this game with us. For 7 years, we've been playing a game called This or That, and people have loved it, and I have enjoyed playing it. But we are changing that today. This game, Mary, is called What's Your Favorite? And I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you just tell me what your favorite is. Are you ready to play, my friend?
Oh, I have no choice. Let's do this. This is
Let's
going to be
do this,
hard for
y'all.
me.
It's you got this, I promise. All right, let's get ready to play. All right, Mary, here we go. What's your favorite day of the week?
Sunday.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite meal?
Brunch.
Me too. I love brunch with friends and just hanging.
Yes, I just want to go sit for like 3 hours, drink champagne,
Yes.
eat brunch foodie, and sit and gab
that. I
outside
love brunch.
somewhere.
Yeah, outside. Girl, you and I are going to totally hang out. All right. I know. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, TV.
Mhm.
I only have Netflix. I stream everything. So
Okay.
like,
What are you
when
watching
say
on Netflix?
TV show. Okay, so what I just binged was Younger.
Okay.
It is hilarious. So I like comedies. I like lighthearted things. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like the deep, dark. Although my husband will tell you, I love anything that's based on a true story.
Okay. I like that. I that's kind of cool. You and I have so much in common. We're totally going to be chatting later. What's your
Okay.
favorite summertime sport, Mary?
Swimming,
Okay.
kayaking. Wait, yeah. I'm like anything
Well, if
with
you
water.
kayak, you end up swimming.
Yeah. So
'Cause
boating, kayaking, swimming, anything with water. I'm a water baby.
I like it. Tell me your favorite attribute about yourself.
My eyes.
Okay. I
I
think
love
so
my
too.
eyes. They're my
Yeah.
grandma's eyes. Everyone always says I
Mm,
have my grandma eyes.
that's so neat. And finally, Mary, if you could do it all over again, what would you do different?
Oh, I would have started my own business right off the bat. I wouldn't have gone to corporate. I would have leaned into my natural talents and skills and made it a business. But my generation, entrepreneurship was something that crazy
Yeah.
people did.
Yeah. We were raised to get a good job with great
Right.
benefits
And so
and
I
die.
wouldn't, yeah. And I'm a trainer, speaker like you,
Mhm.
and I didn't lean into it for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And I wish I had.
Same.